Afternoon, everyone. Steve Georgie here from Allendale's trading floor. August 2nd, the second day in August now that we've seen red on the screen. Corn ended up down about 5.5 cents. Beans down 13.5, with wheat pulling back about 16.5 cents. So we did see some more selling here today. Outside markets were mostly the reason why from pretty much all day. But we did see a very sharp move early today with a recovery in the dollar. The dollar, when I came in this morning, the dollar was down about 58 cents. It currently is up 30. Big reversal in the dollar, big swing for the dollar, big outside day up. And the dollar is one of the markets where we tend to see a good trend. When you see a reversal like that, that may strengthen a little more yet. The dollar right now is sitting at 83.50. It had a low today of 82.22. It's more than $1 off the lows. So big move there for the dollar. But it had pressured the grains as well. Just the emotion behind everything selling off. I mean, it was everything from the grains, the energies, to the livestock. Even with corn being down, feeders were down. So, but we did fight back a little bit at the end, at the close, just because the weather models still came out, the GFS, the U.S. models, still came out really relatively unchanged than what we've been seeing, so no major changes. We ended up seeing corn go a little higher, and then right at the close, the European model, the 6 to 10 day, brought in some cool weather and also is now more wet than the U.S. model. So it's the first time this has happened in a long time. But they've got more rain in the forecast right now than the U.S. model, and that had ended up selling things off once again. Corn, the interesting thing with corn today is that we did have an export today on corn. Mexico buying 1.5 million metric tons of corn. That's a big purchase, but yet the market kind of shrugged that off. Didn't even hardly talk about it here today. It was more so money flow and how this dollar is reacting to most of these markets. So as I mentioned, energies were lower. Crude oil down $1.75. And that's even with a refinery fire in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Typically, when we get these refinery fires, we're going to see a big explosion for crude oil, too. We usually get a big jump. Didn't get that today. So kind of shrugged that off as well. So things are changing right now. We've seen in the grains this big bullish move. And really, it could still end up being bullish. But things are starting to change, and we're starting to see some pressure here with more money flow coming out of the markets as this dollar continues to strengthen. So continue watching that here tonight. We may still see rallies and selling opportunities yet tonight, but things are changing, so you've got to be aware of that. As far as livestock today, fat cattle up $1.15, putting that at 120.15. So that happened pretty much at midday today when we saw cash cattle trade 116 to 117. That's a $2 to $3 jump for cash cattle. So that's a pretty solid trade. We were expecting to see a little higher trade this week, but that's a little better than expected. So the market ended up buying that in today, keeping cattle up more than a buck. Box beef came in and helped things out as well. Choice up 32, select up 86. So found a little support there. Different story for the hogs. Hogs down $1.47, still drifting a little lower. The August now down to 91.72. So, as we mentioned yesterday, China's demand still a big issue. So their GDP is working lower. We're seeing their economy slow down. They're a big part of this pork consumption. And with the China's GDP slowing down, so does our prices right now as far as hogs. So that continues to pull back right now. On top of that, we usually get a seasonal sell-off, which we're getting right now. So be careful on that. We've got some trend lines, some support coming in at this $90 level, down to that 89 level as far as August. But the cash market's still trading right now higher than the futures. So we'll see what that has to do here over the next couple of days. But I do expect, though, tonight, if we do get a little rally here tonight, we're still going to see some resistance up above that $8 area in corn, and then that 1640 to 1650 area for Novi beans as well. That's what we've been seeing here the last few days. But we'll see what the reaction is tomorrow. A lot of guys expecting to see, if Sunday night's trade lately has been higher, so be careful with that. we'll see what that does, but I would not be surprised maybe to see us trade a little lower again here tonight. So any type of bounces we see could end up being selling opportunities, at least for the overnight session. So give us a call over here with any questions you have at 800-262-7538, or check us out on the web at allendale-inc.com. Hope you had a great day today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great